Greetings, everyone. Welcome to today's class of Siddhi Meditation with Maha. While the technicians set up and the translator set up, let me tell you about in Canada right now it's minus 22 Celsius, which is minus 7.5 Fahrenheit for those who use that system. And there's a very cold warning. There's a extreme cold warning in effect, meaning it's going to get even colder and colder, meaning that they're saying it's dangerous to get out, dangerous to do stuff outside. And that is going to cost a lot of money to heat up in the next few days. That's what's happening. So it's cool here, even though my heating's at full blast. It's a bit fresh, but I'm good. Today's Siddhi is going to be interesting, potentially dangerous for those who are already mentally sick, but very useful for those who are normal or even stable. In the past few weeks, we have seen Kanakayota and Sukhisanga. Beautiful, spiritual, metaphysical, feels good in the heart kind of Siddhi. So today I figured I would explain a power trip Siddhi. A Siddhi that it's not dangerous, it's touchy. It won't have consequence on your health that you don't already have. Okay, it's not a Siddhi that makes people crazy. It's a Siddhi that pulls out the crazy that is already there, like if it's really infested. So it's not dangerous, it's touchy. Okay. It's the kind of Siddhi that usually is kept secret because some people misuse it. This is like hiding all the knives in the kitchen so that those who want to use the knives cannot use knives in a kitchen where you absolutely need it. Just because someone could one day go on a murder rampage. So, I mean, we have to explain the Siddhis. And when it's a touchy one, when it's a risky one, I just say it. But I'm not afraid. So the Siddhi is Shru-Citta. Shru-Citta. Telepathy. And we'll have to explain all the misunderstanding about telepathy. Okay, so there's a misunderstanding that telepathy is like in the movies where two minds have a phone call. Okay, not how it works. It's not like a video chat either. Telepathy, before fantasy novels and movies made it into a phone call, is a mix of the word tele, which is distant, and pathy or empathy, to feel or to notice, to become aware of feelings. Okay, so telepathy is to catch up on the moods and feelings of others at a distance. Now, with the word citta in there, citta is the mind, like the heart also, not just the intellect, but the entire psyche of someone, citta. So, Shru-Citta makes you empathic or allows you to transmigrate with others' minds. Okay, so the exchange of information in the mind. Let me give you an example. This is the typical one that not all of us have experienced, but many have. You're waiting for someone's call, you feel it, and the phone rings. Or you're waiting for someone at a restaurant or a corner of a street, and when they notice you, you feel it. And you actually can turn in the direction where they are in a crowd and spot them. Because you synchronize like a radio. Okay, so the Siddhi, the Siddhi Shruti means transmigration, and Citta is mind. And the combo of that is Shru-Citta. I'm currently not reading the comments, so I hope Raven already wrote it. S-H-R-U. That's Shru-Citta. C-I-T-T-A. Shru-Citta. Okay. So Shru-Citta will tune you into other people's minds. So telepathy, how it was intended. Okay. Not in the sci-fi movie conversation. Okay, let's talk about tests we've done in class. Okay, so we ask in seminar we would put a bunch of people together, 4 and 5 people, and fresh, no training. We would just tell them, think of something and try to guess what the other's thinking. Okay, it can be anything. And they guessed completely random. There was no correlation. They guessed wrong, more than wrong. It was like, had nothing to do. And sometimes it was some, oh, you said dog, and it was a cat. But, other people were thinking 6 or the color green or a garbage can. So it had nothing to do. And then we trained them with telepathy, with the Yoan technique in this case. And then we would ask them to guess again. They also guessed wrong, but the correlation, okay? So they were closer to the topic, to the taint, to the color, to the number, to the feelings, okay? So they got closer. And that's after, 2 hours of training for people who have been in seminar for a while. So people with spiritual training in the past. Telepathy training is not automatic. I have a good deal of experience with the supernatural, and I've been extremely precise, I think 3 times in my life. Like, there has been 137 conversations exactly, or 128 conversations between these 2 people in the last 3 weeks over their phone. That was to help an investigation with the police. And they checked the phone records, and there was exactly 128 contacts, textos and phone calls, total 128. So that was precise. That was just helpful. Didn't give us anything in the investigation, but it was helpful. It gave us direction. Another time, 10 times in a row, I guessed what coin was in a person's hand very quick. So there are, after a lot of training, very short moments of hyper clarity, because we know how not to get the ego in the way, okay? And in my career, it happened, I think, 3 times of extremely precise with numbers. And every other time, even if I have training, I don't know what people think. I don't really care. I get feelings, impressions with telepathy. Now, clairvoyance is another thing. Revelation is another thing. I got much more precision with revelation. Seeing causality also. So telepathy helps. It gives you a direction, okay? So the Siddhi Shru-Citta in the Yoan technique. Okay, next topic. The Yoan technique activates the potential of 6 chakras. Okay, chakra 1 to 6. Om is for the 7th. Okay, so we would activate the solar plexus. Now, telepathy is not here. This is manifestation. We activate a solar plexus to where the feelings are with Ru Shu Su, Shu Ru Su, Su Ru Shu. We alternate with the S, the SH, and the R, R, Sh, S, okay? And the vowel U, Ru Shu Su, Su Shu Ru Shu Ru Su Ru Hu Su Ru Su Shu. So we do this, and that's in the Yoan technique. So if you want to know about the Yoan technique, check it up on my YouTube. And I'm pretty sure Shivagam has that on his YouTube also for the Spanish crowd. Okay. So Shru, activate the solar plexus. Okay. In Kujian, the solar plexus is transmigration also. It's power and how to flow with the power, how to ride consciousness, basically transmigration, how to travel with consciousness. So we activate the solar plexus with Shru. The Siddhi of pure transmigration is Shruti. Shru-Citta helps you tune your mind into transmigration so that you would transmigrate in the specific planes of the emotional and mental plane, okay? So let's do it for 1 minute and you'll see what happens with your solar plexus if you're sensitive to energies, okay? Shru-Citta. 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 Now you're going to get your third eye react to that. It's okay. Don't control it. It's normal. Third eye activates as a reaction to the energy in your system and to the mind, Citta activating. And Shru works on your gears in your solar plexus, but also in your mental and emotional plane. Okay. Shru-Citta. 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 Just activating the mind and the solar plexus. Activating the transmigration of telepathy. Okay. Shru-Citta. With no focus, with no intention, you're not trying to read someone's mind. You're not hoping to reach an objective. The Siddhi simply makes you more sensitive to connecting with other people's mind. Okay. Now, we've done a bit of activation. Let's talk more about it. If you want to know what's in the head of your partner, you want to know what your man or your woman is thinking right now, you're shooting yourself in the foot with this. Whatever we perceive, like when I told you in class and seminar, we got people to feel much closer what was in the other people's mind, but not as a clear information, rarely as clear information, but in the same situation, like getting closer, okay? Getting impressions. Because our ego filters what we perceive, like everything. So whenever you perceive through supernatural means, you are still filtering the information through what you think, what you want to know. So if you're afraid someone's going to leave you, you're always going to try to read their mind, and you're always going to perceive that they're trying to leave you. Always. Because it's your own feeling. You're not even perceiving what's in the other. The information from the other does not even reach you. Because you have your own information in front, filtering and actually blocking. Okay? So there's no way to perceive with precision guaranteed. We never know what we're perceiving if it's from the other or us. And the more we have ego in a question, the more we seek an information, the more we have a desire that is in the way of that information. And that is why Shru-Citta will not allow you to peek in some people's mind. It's a baby step. Now, someone just asked to be in my video, probably to share something. Please don't. We don't care. Because I like to give a class and not get interruptions from other comments. Okay, so the more you seek an information, the more you're filtering it or blocking it, like right off the bat. Okay, so you're not gonna get precise phone call conversations, and you're not gonna read other people's mind until you've done personal growth. Okay, until you're ready to lose anyone, until you just flow with life. And then you don't really care what people think about you. Like, I don't really want to read the mind of people. If they love me and want to stick around, I'm happy. And if they don't like me, why would I get that information? Like, it's okay. They have the right to. I have to learn how to exist for myself, regardless of other people's opinion. And then Shru-Citta will start to come in, will start to affect you and guide you and help you. Because once you have less or no personal desire in a topic, then your mind is finally getting the information from the others. Okay, so like siblings are really in tune usually, especially I forgot, Hemel, jumeaux, twins. Yeah, twins, like biological twins. Because they grew together in the womb, they have this natural tendency usually to be much more in tune. Okay, and so this phenomena happens with people who are very close, very friends, because them caring for each other is stronger than the fear they have about each other. Like, there's a trust, there's no filter, because they really care about how the other is. And they won't block off the information. They want to know what the other is feeling, even if it would hurt them. Because it's not about me, it's about the other, the well-being of the other, okay? So if there's no ego intention, then it's easier for twins to tune in, okay? This will happen with family members, someone you really love, this specific person. You have done Shru-Citta, okay? Already you've done distant empathy or telepathy. Okay. Now, to do this with perfect strangers, there's no trust bond. And if you want to peek into someone, then you probably should train Anima also, the Siddhi. Look it up, Anima. To bypass all the firewalls and the protections of people. And why would you? Why would you peek into someone else? Unless you're afraid to be screwed, unless you've been imprudent, unless you're trying yourself to take advantage, and then your greed is in the way. Okay? So the safety switch of Shru-Citta is that the more arrogance you have in the process, the more potentials you have in the process, the less it is likely to work. The danger here is not for others. The danger of this city is for the one who practices. The one who wants to read other people's mind out of fear, out of, I need to control others. I need to win this negotiation. Although it is useful in negotiation to spot the potential abusers or see if someone is cheating. Try to use it playing poker with others, playing cards, and you'll have an extra edge until your greed is in the way, until your own ego goes in the way. And then it's cheating. The more you have ego about it, the more likely it's going to screw with you. Okay? So that's why it was, said to be dangerous. It's not dangerous really for others. If you are mean and you want to hurt others, you will do it with many natural means before you use the supernatural. Okay? Shru-Citta opens your mind to this contact, and it becomes so useful in life when you're a simple, caring, loving person and you genuinely just wants to know, how do people feel? How are they? What's going on? And then you practice Shru-Citta, not thinking of a specific target. Don't do that. You practice it to cultivate the empathy, okay? And the sensitivity to what others feel. And sometimes you'll catch up on something. Need to call my mom. Oh, need to call my father. Oh, what's going on with my friend? Okay? There's a specific person that I have in mind. I'm not going to say who, but I'm going to use this example. A person that I know that is so much in need of fantastic and attention that they're like, all right, I'm going to do telepathy. Now I'm going to get feelings from others. Oh, I just got a feeling for someone, but they completely invented in their mind. They completely invented a subconscious, like out of a fantasy. And they would call, hey, I just felt you, like, how are you? And the other was like, hey, I'm super good, I'm chilling. Just, what's going on? Okay, thanks for calling, whatever. And someone who desperately needs to be in touch with others would use this in a way to justify why they called or why they're in touch, why they message you. Like, I just felt you disturbed. Like, can I help? Oh my God. Yeah, well, hopefully that's not going to be you, the watcher here. Right? So just be aware if you're starting to do that as a savior or a victim. Like, if you do it as a persecutor, why are you even watching my videos? Like, go get therapy. But if you do this as a savior, like, please, you're lonely. Integrate it. Resolve it. Make friends. You have to make friends. This is the most important thing. Seek friends. More than having a lover in life, partner, friends is what stabilizes you. Like, make you feel part of a community. Okay? And find other ways to fill your human needs so you won't do a power trip and use telepathy to gain attention. Okay? Shru-Citta will make you sensitive to others and it will become useful. It's going to be a great bonus to your intuition. And yeah, it's going to open your mind to feelings around you. You won't see ghosts, but you might feel them. If ghosts don't exist, then they don't. They never have, so what's the danger? And if ghosts exist, they never bothered you before. They won't bother you now that you become aware of their presence. It's not a horror movie, okay? Ghosts don't hang up in a cemetery. They hang up in other places. And they're most of the time completely powerless. That's why they're ghosts. They are powerless. They can't affect the physical realm. Extreme rare cases of haunting have caused various phenomena, and sometimes it's not ghosts. Sometimes it's taints, remaining potentials. It's many other things, okay? So, yeah, you might feel little spirits. You might feel like, okay, there's something here. It's a ghost. I feel a ghost. Oh, and it was not a ghost. It was a earth elemental, a little gnome or maybe just a stream of consciousness going through which is untainted. Okay? Don't freak out with all the new information you're going to get. It's just going to give you a general feeling. If you're uncomfortable, go back to practicing Swastika, okay? And stop practicing Shru-Citta, and eventually that information will fade away if you don't really pay attention to it, okay? So, you have a safe word, like someone's safe word is like a spatula. When I say spatula, we stop whatever kinky things we're doing. Just saw that in the show, it was funny. Spatula is a safe word. So the safe word is swastika, okay? Read up what is swastika. Swastika, SVASTHYA. Yeah, it's pronounced the same way that Raven just wrote it, but it's a little different autograph. Doesn't matter. Swastika means self-contained. It just brings you back in yourself. Check it up. If you become afraid, if you become trouble with everything thanks, Christian. If you become troubled by what you perceive, just go back to Swastika. The Shru-Citta information will fade away. Okay, you'll be focused mostly on being contained with yourself, not blocked. Okay, you don't want to be blocked to the world. You want to just focus on what you are, what you feel inside, and not really care about the outside. And you won't block the outside, but it will help, put you in your zone. You can also do the basic elements, Prithvi Dhatu Bhumi Divya, Tejas Dhatu Agnya. This will get you in your own energy. Okay, so that's just for if you're emotionally unstable and you start to practice opening up to everything else, metaphysically speaking, it could trouble you. Okay, if you have a nightmare, live your nightmare, face it, don't get out, stay in the nightmare and feel the emotion. What is the emotion I'm feeling? What is this nightmare trying to transmit to me? It is not a ghost possessing you. It is most probably your own shit rising and you're just finally feeling it. Okay? Do personal growth, embrace it, move on. Okay? You'll get stronger. And if it is a ghost, integrate it anyway. Stay in the nightmare, face it, live it. Okay? What is the emotion? Integrate emotions and do personal growth on it. Okay? But most likely, for the great majority of you following me and doing personal growth, this Siddhi will open you up to more precise information. The great majority of you will just become more precise with your empathy at a distance. All right? Let's do another 2 minutes of Shru-Citta. 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 I'm sorry for the translators. I talked fast. Yeah. Shru-Citta. Sometimes I realize after I was talking fast. So it's out of deduction that I realize I was talking fast. Other times, it's because of Shru-Citta, it's my telepathy. I felt one of the translators feel, this is fast. And then okay, I'm fast. Okay, feeling. Sometimes it's just deduction. Okay, don't fall into the trap in saying it's telepathy when your intellect was trying to deduct mechanically the information. Okay, just let go. Don't control it. Shru-Citta. So open up to what the world has to tell you through their feelings, their expression of self. Shru-Citta becomes useful. Shru-Citta. 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 And that is all the initiation we'll have together. Take a deep breath. Simplicity is your ally. Don't try to read specifically one person. If you're open, you're gonna get it. Don't have objectives with that. Just let it happen. If you're in a negotiation and you need, don't do a power trip. Just do it before your negotiation, and confirm with yourself that you're honest. That you're not trying to abuse, you're trying to be honest. To find equity or a good deal with everyone, you know. And yeah, then it's gonna help in negotiation. Maybe I'll help you sniff out the bad shit before it happens. All right, I love you guys. That was cool. Shru-Citta. 5 minutes per day, every day, for a few days. And if it starts to bother you, if it's too much information, you can practice swastika and just let it fade out. Don't use it again. Or you can integrate what bothers you. Maybe it affects your pride. Oh, yes. Jose Luis is a therapist. And he needs to know what people are feeling. So for therapists, that is extremely useful. Okay? All of you who do personal growth, psychotherapy of any kind, hypnosis, Shru-Citta is going to be super useful to tune with the mind. As long as your mind is clear about it, that you have simplicity, integrity, being in tune with your client or your patient, it's going to be very useful. All right, peace. Love you. See you next week for a beautiful, metaphysical, rose petal, happy unicorn city. All right, peace.